Hey guys, how's it going? Kevin Cleary here with a first impressions video for you on a zero tolerance that I've been curious about for some time. I hadn't had a chance to check one out at all, but thankfully Southern Edge Knife Works was willing to send one out. And so go over there, use my discount code, you'll save yourself 15%, which is pretty awesome. So what we're looking at here is a Sienkiewicz designed ZT, very attractive design. I've got to say, I really considered picking up the Kershaw Atmos. I like this design so much. The Atmos is a little bit smaller than this yet, and because of that extra small size, I just couldn't pull the trigger on it. However, this is a little bit bigger, more close, more in line with my size preferences. And so I was a little more interested. Let's take a look at the materials here, which are very impressive, guys. I'm trying to get rid of that glare as we're watching here. So up front, we have this blade of 20 CV steel. Beautiful satin finish, stonewash on the flats. You can see zero tolerance there, and then over here 470 Sienkiewicz design, 20 CV, all that good stuff. I have to say this is a pretty nice blade. Coming from ZT, they tend to be a little thick behind the edge. This is quite nice, and I can see this really, really working well as an EDC blade. Moving down here to the pivot, it is, of course, on bearings, which is pretty well what we expect from ZT most of the time. They've got a few that aren't, and I like those, but this one definitely is geared toward, by the way, more EDC rather than hard use or something like that, so it makes sense to have a bearing pivot on here. It is, of course, a titanium frame lock. You can see sort of a bead blasted finish on that titanium. Stamped, bent clip. I will say this. So the knife from this side, look at that beautiful marbled carbon fiber. That is really, really nice. I love the milling pattern here in the titanium. I've got to say, I'm very, very impressed with the way this thing is put together. Looks to be an aluminum backspacer here, just done in black. So out of looking at all of this and the overall thoughts on the knife, I've got to say the clip doesn't seem to match the knife. Okay, so maybe we'll look at an aftermarket clip there. I don't know yet. All right, I'm not making any promises. I may just leave the clip as it is. But I've got to say, initially, very, very impressed. The action is enjoyable. The lock bar is accessible. I think let's move on now to size and weight, because the size is a little small for me, but I can see why a lot of people are really, really going to like this. So 7 3/4 inches overall, 3 3/8 on the blade, 7 and wow. Let's try this. 4 7/16 on the handle size. So that's this dimension. So just under 4.5 inches, 3 5/8 grip area, and only 3.2 ounces. So carries very, very well. As an EDC knife, as a knife you're really going to not even notice is in your pocket, this is going to do great for you, okay? And I think it's a beautiful design. I think, this is definitely on the short list of some of the nicest things that Kershaw and ZT have done. This along with the Atmos, of course. So what are my initial thoughts? Well, if you haven't picked up on it by now, I'm pretty stinking impressed. This is a cool design. I see why so many people have liked this. Now, for some reason, it didn't seem to go as well. This knife doesn't seem quite as popular as some of the other ZT models, and even some of the other Sienkiewicz models, although it may be the most well balanced. It's really, really, I don't know, guys. The design here is very, very compelling. Great EDC, perhaps one of the best EDC style folders that ZT has done. Obviously, that's subject to change. I'm going to take some time. I'm going to check it out more. I'm going to look at it, use it, carry it, and I will come back to you with a full discussion where I can maybe have a more confident answer for you. But my first impressions are, yeah, this is very, very impressive, and I'm pretty happy with what ZT has done here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to go and check Southern Edge Knife Works out. You can save yourself 15% off using my discount code SHARPSTUFF, and it becomes a real win-win for all of us. I get credit for sending some business, you get 15%, and of course, they get a sale, which is nice for them as well. All right, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll talk to you soon.